Madam Speaker, the Liberals awarded a contract to protect sensitive RCMP communications systems from espionage to the subsidiary of a company charged with espionage. No security review was undertaken. No consideration was given to Beijing's ownership of the company. The Liberals claim that vigorous security processes are in place. Where were those security processes when this contract was approved?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I thank the member opposite for this important question, and I want to make it very clear to all members of the House that our government takes foreign interference very seriously. Speaker, we are aware about the concerns around RCMP's contract with Sinclair Technologies, and it is our understanding that RCMP has suspended that contract. We are also undertaking a review to ensure that never at any point Canadian national security is ever jeopardized. Thank you very much.
Honourable Member for St. Albert, Edmonton.
Madam Speaker, the only reason this contract was approved is because we have an incompetent Liberal government that has repeatedly failed to protect our sovereignty and security from Beijing, from illegal police stations, to interference in our elections, to now this. The contract has been suspended, but it should never have been approved in the first place. Why do the Liberals only do the right thing after they get caught failing Canadians?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Speaker, let's be very clear, and I'm sure all members of this House agree on this part, that safeguarding our democracy and our national security is of paramount importance. This is not a partisan issue. I think this is an issue that we all agree on, and we need to make sure that we remain vigilant when it comes to protecting our national security, and that is why the contract with Sinclair Technologies has been suspended by the RCMP. That is why we are reviewing all mechanisms to ensure that such contracts are never awarded, because, Speaker, once again, safeguarding a democracy and national security is of paramount importance. Thank you.
The Honourable Member for Mégantic. Madam Speaker, despite what the Prime Minister claims, his admiration for the Chinese dictatorship speaks louder than his words. Canadians have every reason to be concerned because the Liberals only take action when they get caught. The CISC revealed this week that China is the greatest threat to Canadian national security. The U.S. and CSIS have been warning the Prime Minister since 2015. Will this government be influenced by that or by the Chinese? The Honourable Minister. That is an important question because it is worrisome. That contract that should never have been signed, and national security should be at the heart of all our decision-making. And that's why in our new Pacific strategy, we have put a heightened focus on national security issues. The Honourable Member. A lens, Madam Speaker. They're talking about a security lens being brought to these decisions. But CSIS and the U.S. have been warning the Prime Minister for years about Chinese influence. Officials and this government, who are accountable for those officials, awarded contracts to companies closely related to the Chinese dictatorship. And all their solution today is a lens, a new lens. Why do the Liberals only do something when it hits the headlines? The Honourable Minister. I hope my colleague will read the Indo-Pacific strategy because clearly he hasn't yet. Our foreign policy has always been concerned with national security issues, but what we're saying is that it is going to be a part of all decisions made by our independent public service, and that contract never should have been signed.